Hello, hello, hello. What do we have here? It's a podcast. Would you like to know about why I'm creating a podcast today? Or how I made a podcast today? Or why I keep looking the same in every podcast that you might be watching? Well, this is an episode called Becoming a Podcaster. What was it called? What was it called? Becoming a podcast creator? Becoming a podcast maker? You'll see in the description below. Right. So, firstly, let me show you what I've done. Shall I show you how I've done? No, I'll leave that till the end. I'll show you what the setup looks like at the end. Right. So, what brought me here today to create a podcast? Well, it started at a BBC workshop assessment something open day in Coventry. So, what happened was BBC Radio 1 came down to Coventry before Glastonbury, I think it was called. No, before Party in the Park. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Which was taking place in Coventry. So they welcomed lots of different people from around the area. You had to apply to come to learn about what they do and how they do it. I applied, went down. Again, depends on if you watch a different video called Becoming an Extra, a Disney Extra. Plug. Watch that video to understand what I mean. But again, identity opportunities and just go for it. Just do it. You never know what it might lead to. So I went for the opportunity here at the Radio 1, thinking, well, I like radio work. I've done radio work in the past. How does Radio 1 work? What do they do? How do they do it? And one of the workshops was creating your own podcast. And you had to work in a team, come up with an idea, and pitch it in front of some of these senior BBC teammates that were there. So as I was thinking, sitting there with my team, I was thinking, what could be a great idea? I came up with this idea, Becoming, where eventually people, but initially me, I would tell you about how I became a certain thing, my story, in the hopes that it would inspire others to do something similar, if they wanted to, or kind of give them an idea on how it could be done. And then later on, move over to other professions, other people within our community, getting to celebrity stages, understanding how celebrities have become celebrities, what it's taken for them to be the best singers or the best actors, to have that, to attain that level, right? So that's the hope of this channel, to get to that stage. But then I was thinking to myself, hold on a minute. These guys are clever, right? They want to know if their ideas pool dry up, what ideas can we come up with in Coventry that could help them to create new shows? And if I tell them about my idea called Becoming, I can't do it myself, which I wanted to do one day. And this was many years ago. So I thought, let me put that in my back pocket. But learnt the skills about podcasting there and how they did it, pitched it. So that was really interesting. So I've always wanted to do it since. Never really got to do it. Didn't know how to do it. Not knowing how to do something is a barrier, right? Where do you start? You can watch all these shows, you can see people giving advice on TV, but you still don't know where to start. Then I got involved in another opportunity that I took on for the Commonwealth Games. It was in production, learning how to work in production for the Commonwealth Games, and I thought, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Coming to the West Midlands, I want to be a part of it. I want to, at this point I've had children, I want my children to know that I was there, that they were there, that we contributed towards it, and have it be a special moment for me and my family. And so you had to go through a bunch of different courses at college. So it was a partnership. There was a program run in partnership with Create Central, this really good organisation in the West Midlands for people wanting to work in film and TV. In partnership with Solihull College and University, they run courses on production management and these kinds of things. And they ran a session on podcasting, I think it was, yeah. And this specialist, Siobhan, she came down and taught us podcasting. And so I made a bunch of notes, which unfortunately I've subsequently lost on my phone, changing my phone, gutted. But I understood about the different types of podcasts you could do. There's different types. You could do this type. You could do something called a ZooCast, where you're sitting down and just talking with your mates about a topic. You could do interviews. There's so many different types. And then we even went into a room, had some mics, headsets around a table, and created a little podcast show, which she never did send to us. Oh. But then I realized, okay, so this is how you do it. This is doable. She told us that, you can, there are some platforms like iTunes and Spotify which you might have to pay for to have an account on, and then distribute your podcast that way. But there's other platforms that are free, so explore them too. That's fantastic information to hear and learn. Then, that was a few years ago as well. 2 years ago? Still didn't do anything. Too busy with my day job, too busy with the kids and the family. Until Diary of a CEO. I got invested in watching some of Stephen Bartlett's episodes. Yep, still got my Stephen Bartlett uniform on, by the way. Got involved in watching his episodes, and I thought, looking at his YouTube channel, that's an interesting layout. That's an interesting idea. That's interesting how he does it. Okay, let me see if I can replicate a somewhat similar channel of my own. So I created Becoming, and created Becoming the Clips. Funnily enough, didn't know that clips they should be like longer than 6.5 minutes. Otherwise you just get a bunch of black screen at the end. But it's a learning curve. Go into it, try it out, try to do it, and then you learn from it afterwards. So that's a learning curve. And then I got talking randomly to an old friend, Mr. Zoheb Sadiq, who runs a Zoe Show podcast, and he has been doing for many years. And he invited me to be on his show because he thought it's really interesting. That he thought my story would be quite interesting to listen to. So if you want to listen to my story, my entire story, then please do tune into Zoe Show. You think you can find it on LinkedIn if you type in the Zoe Show. I will likely to be on a new episode in January of 2024. So depending on when you're watching this video, it's either something you have to wait for, or it's something that's already taken place that you can watch and that you can find online. So, right. I attended that second podcast training, right? Then I did the Stephen Bartlett Diary of a CEO binge watching, and kind of tried to create a channel of my own. Then I met my friend who invited me to his show. So then I went over to his podcast show and we did the show together, and it was fantastic. And he said, just give it a go. Coincidentally, that same week, I think it was, or the week after, my colleague at work said he's got a friend who has a child with ADHD. Could I somehow share my ADHD story or information with that friend to help them? And I thought, how do I share information to someone I've never met, who I don't know where they live, and share my story about ADHD so that they can help their child? YouTube channel, podcast. Then I thought, all right, I have to make this thing. I need to help someone. I don't care if I've not got a mic. I don't care if I've not got ring lights. Can you see me with my glasses? Ring lights. I need to just create this. So I sat down right there at 1 o'clock in the morning, held the phone like that, and just recorded the video. Just did it. Fortunately, I edit videos for my local church, and I learned editing a few years ago as well. So I just did a quick edit, put that up on my channel, and said, "Hey, go friend, redirect your friend to this video, and they can learn about ADHD." So that's episode 0. That's how I did it. That's what happened. So, and then keep saying so, don't I? So. And then my friend Sozo said, "I challenge you." Came to my house, invested some time into talking to me about podcasts. I said, "I challenge you to create 5 episodes to release on your podcast channel." And I said, "Yes, but I can't do it for a few weeks." And he said, "What? No, you need to do it." And now, 4 or 5 weeks later, I've got a meeting with him tomorrow, and I just thought, darn, I need to really get these 5 episodes done. So I'm binging it, or whatever the term is. But hey, that's life. That's how things go. Sometimes you need a bit of pressure to just push yourself and to get something done that you've never done before. So, and I'm enjoying it. Thank you very much for watching. Now let's get on with some other juicy stuff, like what is my setup? After not knowing what I needed to buy or how I needed to do it, what did I end up buying? And how did I end up doing it? So, let's have a look. This here is a mic, a little mic. It's not wired, it's a wireless mic. And this comes with another mic. And it comes with something you plug into a mobile phone, either an Android, an iPhone, or you could even plug it into a laptop. And that's the receiver connected to the phone. I'm doing this on my phone. My phone is on a stand like this, just a tripod stand. So yeah, inexpensive. You could probably pick this up from Amazon or eBay. What I'm probably going to do is I'll put a link down below about to an item that you can buy that looks like this. And then let's show you what else is here. So there's a ring light, and this ring light here currently is on Amazon, and I paid £25 for this ring light. And as you can see, it's got a stand, it's got another stand here, a little tiny stand. It's also got a phone holder which you can place into the actual ring light itself and have your phone in the middle. Oh, got another ring light in case I get to the stage where I can have someone to interview or talk to on this couch. And that's it. That's all it is. It's two mics, a receiver in case I want to interview or talk to someone. It's two ring lights, and I've just got an extension lead that I plug the ring lights into, and that's it. So yeah, very inexpensive. Don't need to invest into any kind of expensive kit whatsoever. So if ever you wanted to do a podcast, now you know, just to give it a go and just do that. And then download a basic, if you wanted to add a bit of an introduction video and an outro with music, just get an easy editing software, like I think it was called Power something, or I'm using Wondershare. You could use Premiere Pro, depends on how funky you want to get with it. And Google some free audio that you can download that's not got a copyright, and that's it. Put it together. So I wonder how long that's going to take now. It's nearly midnight. Darn it. But my final thoughts is, don't worry about it being a complex thing to create a podcast show. It's not. You just have to overcome your personal comforts and being able to have a video that's out there for people to watch. Yeah, so that's it. And I'm gonna create a video. My next video, I don't know, but you'll see it. Nice talking to you. Hope you're well. And for the final time today, catch you later. Oh, not again. Is it gonna work? Hello? Hello? Oh, the light's not working. Oh, I'll just use. Bye.